Welcome to the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. If you are a new viewer, hopefully you are entertained by this boxing talk and you become a new subscriber at the end of the show or eventually. Now, the post-fight reaction of Michael Conlan defeating Ruben Hernandez. Well, 11-0 WBO Intercontinental Champion. That's a high belt. That is a very good belt to have, I know a lot of people might not look into it as a high belt or any meaningful matter, but if you are a new viewer, that's what we do here on the Double RT Boxing Show. If you already subscribed, you know that's what we do. We talk the belts. And the Intercontinental belt is the highest belt you usually get before you fight the champion. And I say this a lot in a lot of videos, so if you probably, I know you guys already probably like, damn, Mr. A, stop talking about the Intercontinental belt. But hey, for the new viewers, for the first timers, I'm going to explain what the Intercontinental belt is and why it is so high and why it is the belt you usually get before you fight the champion. You have your national belts and your continental belts. The national, you fight all within the countries of the continent. Now, continental, you can go from one continent to another. You can cross the border and fight the best, but it has to be a dry land border. The intercontinental is what allows you to travel from one continent to another continent, crossing a body of water. So that's why you usually have that belt to go fight the world champion. The fact that he has the WBO Intercontinental Championship, he can now fight who's the WBO one, Oscar Valdez. Since he's in Ireland, he could come over to the States with his Intercontinental pass and fight Oscar Valdez. Now he gets sparked out, At 11-0, this, as of the day of that fight against Ruben Hernandez, this is 2 years to the date, 11 fights, and has Michael Conlan really improved much? With Adam Booth, I would say he has. Like I said, I was always happy once he went. I'm not a high believer in Manny Robles. That's why his whole fucking camp just bailed out on him. Everyone left. Conlan, Valdez left, and that what sucks about Manny Robles. I'm a high Charles Martin. Now, I won't say I'm a high Charles Martin fan. I'm just a fan of the ideal of the last two American heavyweights fighting. I want to see Deontay Wilder and Charles Martin fight just for that fact. But Charles Martin is now trained by Manny Robles. I don't know how far that's going to go. I don't. But anyway, back to the thing. Michael Conlan. People give me hell because I'm lazy on saying his name. Come on, Mr. A, to be thumbing the video down and shit. Conlan. He ain't showing shit, man. You can see Adam Booth is like instructing him in the fight to do that herkin jerk like he had poor Ryan Burnett doing. I gotta leave a comment down below if anyone knows what the hell is happening with Ryan Burnett. How he has him doing Josh Kelly. You can see him in the corner. He was telling Michael, I like what you're doing. You're going in and out. You're changing levels, but you don't always have to throw punches. Fake them out. Go in, change your level, and pop back out. So he doesn't know when you're going to attack. Every time you're going in, you're attacking. You're not changing it much. Start changing the levels, but don't attack it and mix it up. Michael started to mix it up, as Andre Ward and Tim Bradley were saying, is that where was his jab? And the competition it's 11-0, 6 knockouts or something like that. It's he's calling out the he works a good punch. He knows how to punch pretty well, but to me, he leaves himself open on the recoil of his punches. As Tim Bradley was pointing out, he jumps in with a 1-2, 1-2-3, looks at it and jumps out. Or he jumps in, lands it, jumps out, looks at it. There's no continuation of go. It's a rat-a-tat-tat. It's not a rat-a-tat-tat, a tat-tat-tat. It's a rat-a-tat-tat, a rat-a-tat-tat. The beat doesn't go on with Michael Conlan, and that's why it's funny because when the fact that they asked them at the end of the fight in the post interview that there is something in my eye. They asked him about Shakur Stevenson, and the crowd booed the shit out of him. Even he kind of acknowledged that. They booed the shit out of him because they know who the fuck Shakur is. They know Shakur beat the shit out of him. But they don't give a fuck. They gonna boo Shakur and act like it ain't gonna happen. To me, Shakur would stop Michael Conlan right now. That's why he's over here calling out the guy who beat him in the Olympics. The guy is 3-0. Michael's 11-0. But everyone wants to see the fight because of what happened in the Olympics, so they don't care. It's about, and from what I've seen in the highlights of because they showed at least here in the States on the ESPN Plus. I don't know if it was ESPN or ESPN Plus. I just fucking flipped on the ESPN Plus shit and it was there. They showed the highlights of that Olympic guy. That's the first time I saw him. I don't know how he fought in the Olympics. And watching him, the flow of punches, he looks like a very raw. If you just want to paint a brush out on what type of style, Sean Porter style, a little rugged, Sean Porter style, very rough, maybe not completely under control, but throwing punches like that. I don't know if Michael Conlan can handle that. I really don't. He has a bad habit of having his hands down. Can Michael Conlan fight with a hands up defense the whole time? He shows good angles. He shows that he can hit and skate to the side. But can he do that against a charging Vladimir guy for 12? Can Michael? Like I said, he shows the rat-a-tat-tat. Can he constantly pick? Because the way I saw Vladimir throwing in his highlights, it looked like he throws wide and a lot of punches and just straight forward. Michael should be able to pick him off to the body with he has a good body game. The uppercut should be up the middle. He's like I said, Michael throws good punches. It just something's missing. Besides his power, something is missing. And maybe it's the competition. Maybe he's just too comfortable in the ring. He's too they need to give him something. And maybe this Olympic guy, the fact that maybe there's a little backstory, maybe he'll fight a little meaner, throw some more power shots in. I don't know. But something needs to be drawn out of Michael Conlan to get to the next level. Because I keep forgetting that he's a deep amateur record and all that Olympic. I know he's an Olympian, but I keep forgetting how old he is until they bring it up. He's 27. He 11 and 6 knockouts. 27 is pretty young in boxing, but he ain't doing shit. He ain't showing. How old is his friend Patty Barnes? Patty Barnes, who announced his retirement at 5-2 with 1 KO and 1 loss by KO. Again, getting defeated with body shots. Retired at 31. Michael Conlan is 27. And it's kind of like that shoe shine shit that fucking Patty Barnes does. You don't want to see Michael go down. To me, he has a similar path heading that direction. He's gonna be as of right now, right here on the Double RT Boxing Show. This is what I see Michael Conlan is. A great business prop, blowing him up, so someone else could whoop his ass and get big. Whether that's his stablemate Shakur Stevenson, uh, maybe the Olympian, the Russian. Bob Arum's gonna make this guy a star, like he already is. Just gonna get the star is just gonna get brighter and brighter. Because I don't see they're talking about Michael Conlan, unless him and Adam Booth. Like I said, I'm seeing progress from Manny Robles to Manny Booth. I mean to Ryan Booth. So I can say Adam Booth. Now I'm fucking myself up now. I'm Adam Booth, Ryan Booth. Damn, I'm fucking myself up. No, but I'm seeing the progress. But if they're saying like, oh, he's not gonna get a championship at 126. We did the body fat measurements and we're gonna drop him down to 122. Makes sense why they're saying that. Obviously, they just Top Rank just signed Carl Frampton. They made a big fuss. They don't really want to fight each other. That's funny. Irish brother saying they don't want to fight each other. Canelo saying he don't want to fight no Mexican. No one brings that up. It's like, then who the fuck you gonna fight? I guess it gotta be all other races, you know. But no one ever brings that up, like fuck it. And what I was gonna say, so here, if he's not gonna have his belt at 126, which is ranked at number 11 in the WBO, but they're gonna drop him down to 122, so he never has to be mentioned as fighting Carl Frampton since they're in the same weight bracket, and plus he has to drop down probably to get rid of that belt, that Intercontinental belt, so Carl Frampton can somehow get that fucking belt. Unless he just magically, he is number 5, just gets a Valdez voluntary shot. But they're going to drop him down to 122, super bantamweight. Like he's just going to get a belt. Because, like I said, new viewers, if you just tuned into the RRT boxing show, the best versus the best is number 1 through 15. And the champions are, of course, the champions. Is Michael Conlan the best out of the best at 122, where they want to go? We'll just keep it short and sweet since he's a WBO Intercontinental. He'll go down to 122, and Bob Arum has a nice handshake with the WBO champion Narate. We saw what he did to Dogbo. Do you think Conlan can handle that aggression style with those jabs coming, that body work? But hey, down his time with Manny Robles, he fought a lot of Mexicans. He knows what's happening. Number 1, Albert Paraja. He's a mystery box, man. In the Philippines, they fight a lot of fucking weak competition. So Juan Miguel Elorde, I don't know. Thomas Ward, I don't know. Diego Magdaleno, is that the guy that fucking Teofimo Lopez just blast out the water? I think that's Cesar Juarez, Isaac Dogbay, Marlon Taplis. He just fought Arnold. That's another fucking Joe Santisima. There's a few Filipinos in this fucking WBO, and Top Rank has that Filipino connection. So Irish Filipinos, that's a fan base. Maybe they're looking ahead, but we're just talking boxing right here on the RRT boxing shit. So this is what Michael Conlan's gonna have to be doing, because, like I said, he's getting better, but the competition. He's not getting better with the competition. If anything, this competition he's fighting is exploiting and showing his flaws. It's like, dude, you can see you're better than your competition, but you're not doing what your skill set looks like you should be doing to your competition. So, but again, we will see. I'm pretty sure at this rate, the way he's been fighting, looking at his record, like I said, this was 11 fights in 2 years. So in 2018, he fought March, May, June, October, December. Now he's fighting in March. So let's see if he keeps that schedule. Is he going to fight in May and June again? Let's see. The Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. Stay tuned in.